Welcome to today's lecture. My name is Fajobe Oluwatosin. I will be taking you through a quick tour on study section 1 with course code AMP301 Ruminant Animal Production of the LAUTECH Open and Distance Learning for Agricultural Sciences Option 300 level course material. Introduction. Animal rearing is an age-long activity that man carries out basically for food and the production of raw materials for agro industries. So animals are categorized into ruminants and non-ruminants based on some of their anatomical and physiological differences. So ruminant animals, especially bull or camel, are also used as draught animals for transportation and traction. So at the end of this study section, you should be able to distinguish between ruminant and non-ruminant animals. You should be able to explain the digestive anatomy of ruminant animals. Let's discuss this learning outcome one after the other. Ruminant animals are mammals that belong to the order Artichodylia. They are animals with a complex stomach, unlike the non-ruminants. They have simple stomach. They eat and digest forages or plant-based feed by swallowing it first and allow it to get moistured in the rumen, which is the first compartment of the complex stomach. So the swallowed food is later regurgitated by the animal and rechewed to break down the plant materials for digestion. So this process is called rumination or chewing the cud. Examples of ruminant animals are, we have cattle, sheep, goats, camel, we have giraffes and antelopes. So the main differences between ruminant animals and non-ruminant animals is the anatomy of their stomach, in which ruminant animals have 4 compartment stomach, while non-ruminant animals have 1 compartment, and examples of non-ruminants are the pig and poultry. So ruminant animals are categorized into 2 main classes based on their body size, which are the large ruminant animals and small ruminant animals. Ruminants have an advantages of the ability to eat and utilize low quality fibrous food that cannot be eaten by human or non-ruminant animals. Ruminant animals and their products are mentioned nutritionally and economic values to man as stated below. Meat and milk of cattle, sheep, goats and other ruminants are good source of animal protein to man, which are of better quality than plant protein. They serve as source of income to subsistence farmers. In Nigeria, cattle, sheep, and goats are kept at subsistence level by farmers. They are also used as gifts or bride price, which serves as family wealth. They are source of gainful employment for those that are rearing them. Their manure or dung can be used as a source of organic fertilizer to all our farms. So cattle and some other ruminants can also be used as a beast of burden. The handling of food materials by ruminant animals and subsequent digestive process differ largely from that of non-ruminants. So the gastrointestinal tract starts from the mouth of the animal. Digestion in the mouth and esophagus. The whole process of digestion starts from the mouth of the animal. The combination of the tongue and the lips help ruminant animal to pick and roll the plant material into their mouth. So the teeth help in the chewing of the plant material, and there are 2 types of dentation in ruminants. The first one is called, we have for the young animals, and the second one is permanent dentation. So the mouth has salivary gland that secretes saliva with pH of about 8.2, and it stabilizes the pH of the mouth and reduces the acidity in the subsequent chamber called the rumen. Digestion in the stomach. The stomach forms the greater portion of the ruminant digestive system. It has 4 chambers, and the first is the rumen, while the second is the reticulum. The third one is the omasum, and abomasum is the fourth one. So digestion in the reticulum and rumen. The digester moves through the esophagus into the rumen. A thin wall separates the rumen and the reticulum, and the contents always mix. Hence, the 2 chambers is called reticulum. So it is rumen that ferments the plant materials. So the rumen harbors millions of microbes for this function. In the young and unweaned animal, there exists esophagus groove that enables the milk indigested to pass down to the abomasum, which is the true stomach for digestion and subsequent absorption and utilization in the small intestine. So digestion in the omasum. After fermentation, the digester flows into the omasum chamber. The omasum is a spherical organ with muscular lamina, and this chamber, it contains water and inorganic materials. So the digester is being filtered to ensure that there is no harmful object that enters into the omasum. Digestion in the abomasum. Abomasum is the true stomach and the first granular portion whereby digestion by enzymes take place. Gastric juice containing hydrochloric acid, pepsin, renin are being produced inside the abomasum. Digestion in small intestine. Further breakdown of the food digester occurs upper part of the small intestine. Here, the pancreas juice and bile assist in the digestion process, while absorption of the end product takes place in the lower portion of the intestine through a finger-like structure called villi. Digestion in the large intestine. The large intestine is made up of the colon and cecum. In this part of the gastrointestinal tract, some of the food residues are deposited for further fermentation in the cecum, which has a blind end containing some microbes. I hope you've learned 1 or 2 things from this video section. Join me for the next study section. Thank you for listening.